Sonic the Hedgehog 2, a movie that I more than enjoy. With there now being 3 Sonic films, a TV show, and a 4th on the way, I have to say, this one gets the short end of the stick by fans. Like you can see Sonic 1 and how it started the Sonic Renaissance, the Knuckles show being the only show in the movie franchise, and it went so poorly, yeah, there's clearly not enough budget for this. Sonic 3 was our most recent film, and a masterpiece at that. Sonic 2, however, many see this as the weakest of the trilogy, and although I can see where they're coming from, I think it is more so than a worthy successor to the first Sonic movie. This is why Sonic 2 is so underrated. Yeah, no, this is lacking, I won't even deny it. Junkie XL composed this, and the music is so lame. It's just a frankly boring orchestra that works for the movie, but it's just not anything memorable. It doesn't even have references to past Sonic music. Sonic 1 had Green Hill. Sonic 3 had Live and Learn.
One more thing I learned is that when you really screw something up, you can't fix it on your own.
And City Escape, apparently.
You're not gonna make it!
I'm gonna make it! I'm not gonna make it! I'm not gonna make it! Made it! Woo!
Sonic 2 has nothing. Its title treatment has Emerald Hill. That was it. And I mean, that was it. Genuinely such a weak soundtrack. And that's not to say it's bad, it's just too boring. Like, seriously, we know there's a problem when the most interesting song is apparently from Ant-Man. Anyhow, onto a far more interesting topic. This is the part of the marketing that got me super hyped. The returning human characters were all nice to see, but then we got to the Sonic characters. Sonic and Eggman returning from the first film, obviously, both being amazing interpretations of their game counterparts. Sonic is our protagonist, he's more young and flawed compared to his game counterpart, but I think that only adds to the story, especially with how impulsive he is. Eggman is played by Jim Carrey, what isn't there to love? Now the parts that got me hyped, Tails was a character I was super excited to see. I love Tails, he's such a goat, and he's voiced by his game actor, which is awesome to see. Guess it makes sense. I think most of us can agree that Colleen's voice for Tails is the definitive one. I was excited to see Tails in the post-credit as is, but then the first trailer came out and...
Face it, you're never going to get my power.
Do I look like I need your power?
I was so hyped. Knuckles was perfect, literally perfect. This is our Knuckles. This is the Knuckles we were missing for so long. Yeah, it was just so amazing to see him. So how were they in the movie? Like I just got off script and just ranted about. Knuckles was amazing, and so was Tails. They're taking mostly reference from their classic and adventure era depictions, and let's be honest, those were their best characterizations. So how did they, or any of these characters in general, play into the story of the movie? Sonic 2's story is a simple one. It starts as a race for the Sacred Master Emerald before Eggman snatches it, and it's up to Sonic and his newfound friends to stop him. If you haven't met me, hey y'all, SuperSonicNinja here. I love simple stories. Thomas the Tank Engine is my favorite show of all time. It is so peak. Granted, I feel like for the cinematic scale it tries to be, it kind of fails. Like, it lacks a lot of the family moments that the first movie had and like the edginess of the third. But honestly though, as an adaptation of some of the earlier Sonic games, specifically Sonic 2 and 3, it was kinda doomed from the start. Not that it's bad, but it's just lacking in a lot of places. But this is only in the average viewer's eyes. As a Sonic fan, however, oh my goodness, it is so fun. Being thrown into these new locations, learning about new and old characters, watching the Sonic cast being saved from their 2010s depictions in real time, and the wedding scene. Let's talk about the worst part of the movie now. In order to prevent Tom and Maddie from interfering with Sonic's plot, they get dragged into an incredibly mediocre B-plot. It doesn't really detract from the movie though. I remember it getting flamed way too hard when the film came out, but it wasn't terrible all things considered. Just a little break from the CGI animals in hindsight. Like, seriously. These movies have a budget, you know. Also, it's nowhere as bad as the Knuckles show, human to animal ratio. Where was Knuckles half the time? Chilling in his bedroom watching Oh.
Ooh.
Oh no, he was doing that. Back to Sonic 2. We got some other nice scenes. Sonic's best Batman impression. It's not that good. The first encounter with Knuckles, an ice cap reference, we love to see it. The second encounter with Knuckles is easily the best scene of the film. Granted, I wish it had a better song. Supersonic's here, awesome. Through the ups and downs, the music. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is a fantastic movie and improves heavily upon the first movie. With a more diverse Sonic fight, story, its fantastic characters, and moments that just had everyone in awe. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has rightfully earned a 7.5 out of 10 from me.